Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Trader with me, Reactor. Let's go put a stop to these heretics.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
The face of the woman who stands before you is hidden behind a grotesque barred mask, yet the voice pouring out beneath it belongs to someone else. It is the husky, somber bass of a void wolf, a border of ships. How predictable your path is. How static. All the possible deaths you have skirted, only to perish here, in the fiery tempest that will mark the final dawn. The woman turns her mask to Pascal and gloats. You have arrived just in time, little cog. The schismaticals use your regalia like a mask to subdue the reactor. Pascal's vox rasps musingly. A cog. I cannot comprehend why apostates try to insult me by comparing me to the sacred symbol of our faith. It is irrational. His visor lights up like a crimson herald of bloodshed, and his drilling mechadendrite whirs viciously as it readies to strike. The sacred cog grinds all corruption to dust. From the dust, I will build order. Step away from the sacred reactor, and I might allow you to surrender. Surrender? The gall of it. You're chained to the falsehood of a dead god's religion. Captives do not take captives. The woman's voice breaks and shifts to a different pitch and timbre. A martyr's voice, young, fervent, and in pain. Time has all but run out. I can hear the fist of the future knocking on the door of the present. Choose quickly what you want to be when it walks in. A blind slave to what is gone. A faithful servant of what is to come, or a corpse. I'll take some time to wrest from you the details of the future that the cult prophesies. Hopefully, when we're done, what's left of you will still be capable of coherent speech. What you'll be is a living torch blazing for his glory. Argenta's voice burns with pure hatred, and trembles with impatience to make the promise come true. Ah, Cassia squints and looks away. Yellows, reds, violets, oranges, blues. Wild colors that scorch the eyes. Where the motley masks end, nothing but a colorless void remains. Who are you? My name is known to you. I am Aurora, servant of Irulan the Cruel, and the spark of the final dawn that is destined to set Rykad Minoris ablaze. A great path for one who is born into the Imperium's bondage, but shunned her predestination in favor of the changes promised by the edge of daybreak. Whose servant are you? Is Irulan a demon, or just another heretic? Resounding laughter comes from behind the mask. Your flippancy is so amusing. Why, you have no inkling of the chasm that separates us. He is a prophet who foresaw our impending doom, and who graciously bestowed upon us the right to choose a different path. He is a shard of ancient wisdom from a time before we were slaves to our bitter predestination. Rogue Trader, I can't wait to close this creature's mouth with the seal of death. Are you saving this glorious deed for yourself? The Edge of Daybreak, is that your unholy patron? Our teacher, our savior, our merciful God born in the immaterium, out of the woes of those laboring under a legacy of ignorance and servitude. You cannot see the woman's face behind her mask, but judging by her tone of malicious triumph, you could swear she is smiling. And he remembers you, Donnie Dawson von Valancius. The silly savior fantasy you have been acting out amuses the true masters of those people's fates. So what is this final dawn? Is it all your followers... it is all your followers ever talk about. Salvation from a death whose name is yet unknown, but whose approach is sensed by many. Soon it will claim every inhabitant of the Cronus Expanse. Do you think anyone will come to our aid when cataclysms shake our homes and planet-wide genocides are unleashed? Will the Emperor help? or the idol of iron they call the Omnissiah? No. You will die alone and abandoned. Only one deity is promising salvation, the Edge of Daybreak. Mercy and salvation will come to all who believe in him, and purify their souls in the light of the final dawn. What servitude are you talking about? What predestination? Everyone born in the Imperium has a predestination. The soldier, the commoner, the administratum official, the technomat, the void rat. All are consigned to serving the Golden Throne and then dying a grim death for its glory. The Imperium never thinks twice about treating people as exploitable and expendable. After all, they're the most easily replenished of all resources. I do think that the arguments the heretics make of this game are good for an introduction to the setting, because someone new to the setting could be sympathetic to their arguments. So it makes the heretic path a little bit more appealing. Even your path is predestined, Rogue Trader. You will inevitably perish on your quest to expand humanity's domain, and your end will be particularly grim and ghastly. The fruits of your efforts will be enjoyed by others, the eternal aristocrats who dwell on Mars, Terra, and other safe worlds. I wouldn't say Terra is safe. They insist that it is the natural order of things, but that is a lie. It is an order that benefits them. Why are you blinding people? You think they are blind. They see far more than you do. The reflections in mirrors blessed by the energies of the Immaterium. The Edge of Daybreak reveals to them visions of true existence. It gives them glimpses of what is to come. The eyes lie. Our erstwhile masters have taught them to see only what is consistent with the lies they tell. The gift we give is that of true sight. The woman takes a glass prism out of the folds of her clothes and looks at you through it with a mocking chuckle. The prism's bluish-pink sheen imprints itself on your retinas, as though it has been burned into them. Guess what I see when I look at you? I think that is enough heretical talk. Conversations about truth always fright ignorant minds. Your people wanted my head. Why? Brother Twilight, known to you as Conrad, marked you as a target. Your foiling of his plan sealed your death warrant. It is now a predestined certainty that changes can no longer affect. Are you trying to blow up the reactor? I'm lighting the spark of the final dawn. Sometimes the future revealed in the Edge of Daybreak's visions is fragmented between the facets of possibility, and the view is unclear. I have glimpsed the importance of this place for what is to come, and I have solved the puzzle. The flash of purity will transform this world and bring it closer to the Immaterium, in which it will be reborn. False believers will perish in the fire, whilst the faithful will find their salvation and their new form in it. You never tame the spirit of this ancient and noble machine, ignorant layperson. It does have a vile temper, but I have assistants who can help tame it. The woman nods casually toward the maimed electro-priest whose hands are affixed to the control panels with steel stakes. One of the servants of the Omnissiah casts a tortured glance at you, his voice trembling with horror. Blasphemous spirits have crawled under our skin and into our sacred iron. Take the motive force of our bodies, I implore you. We do not wish to offend the Omnissiah with the sacrileges our hands are committing. They resisted for a long time, but now their bodies and souls belong to the schismaticals. Line after line, the scrap code they produce will awaken the reactor's unyielding spirit as well, and it too will yearn for change and freedom. Enough. I will rid Rykad Minoris of your tyranny. The woman's voice becomes thin and brittle, like that of an innocent child. Execute them in the name of the Edge of Daybreak. The Electro Priests rip their hands off the command panels, rending their flesh on the stakes that pierce them. As their schismatical controlled bodies are imbued with the motive force's radiance, all the unfortunates can do is scream in horror and plead for a swift death. Aurora begins muttering an unholy litany in broken Gothic. You cannot make out her blasphemous words, but the name the heretic keeps repeating, the Edge of Daybreak, digs into your hearing like a blade into defenseless flesh. Its sound is almost physically painful. It spawns strange and impossible phantoms in your mind. However, you manage to muster your strength to banish it from your mind.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
Come to chaos! Crush the feeble. Such is the will of... I'm not accustomed to witness the fury of House Orcelio. I am a navigator, not a servitor.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it. As the Emperor commanded, each strike is a prayer.
Worth a shot.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Literally a shot.
I am your doom.
Good job, buddy.
Let's see to it.
The Emperor is on our side. Naturally.
I mean, that was a pretty good turn. I can settle for that.
That's how it's done. I'll make it happen. There's another enemy down. It's as good as done.
Alright, come on and get some, guys. I think right here, right?
It will be done.
Yeah.
I've faced worse than this.
I really thought this side would have a lot more success than the other side. The other side is trudging along just fine. I don't think it can move with this, so there's probably no reason to do it.
My vow is to serve.
Sure, we'll throw that out. And maybe this? Why not?
Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, what are we looking at here?
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Alright, why not?
Power resides in the will of the righteous.
I think that's all she can do. We'll go ahead and end her turn. And Pascal probably can't make it all the way up here. By golly, he can try.
The older sire knows all, comprehends all.
Just out of range.
Running by Miracles right. Request approved.
Sure. I'll never use this any other time, so why not now? You guys in for a word of hurt?
For the throne's glory.
I feel like Heinrichs is really weak. My first playthrough this early on, he became an absolute monster later on. But I think I built him just a little bit more optimized this time around.
Who, if not me? On it.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. Victory is imminent.
Ooh, hey now.
Indeed.
Well,
I
shoot,
will
I
do
should
my
have used that.
duty. Yeah.
Rejoice in battle! Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it.
Yeah, get dunked on, nerd. And now it doesn't really matter. Alright, take this guy out for me, buddy.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Did I ever use this? I don't think I
won't
did.
object to it. Naturally.
Maybe he did on his first turn.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable.
Enough. Now an age-rattling voice speaks to you from behind the bloodstained mask. You are powerless to halt the approach of what is to come. I see a crimson trail leading humanity to its doom. I see the glow of the final dawn, and that means existence has made its choice. A dagger flashes in Aurora's hand. She drives it into the control panel with all her strength. Now you will see it too. A blinding voltaic arc bursts forth from the broken control panel. It strikes at Aurora's uncanny mask. Its metal heats up. Smoke billows through the bars. With a howl, the cultist collapses. The light is gone. What was it? Was that it? The final dawn. But why was it so different from what our teacher promised? Aurora shakes her head blindly. Her voice is now the voice of an ordinary middle-aged woman, frightened and in pain. You will pay for this. You will... You... The woman's body goes limp and collapses to the floor. Her iron mask hits the ground with a dull thud. Haskell examines the corpse with contempt, then concludes dryly. confirming purgation and termination. Heinrich grimaces in disgust. The heretic took her secrets with her. Pity. The Molly Hues have rejected her, leaving only a grayish-green thread. The noose that the heretic put around her own neck. I have seen this many times before. No one can escape fear itself. Heinrich approaches Aurora's body and leans over it. A minute, please, Donnie Dawson. I need no more than a minute. Inspect the control panel damaged by Aurora. The cogitator is probably well beyond repair, but your attention is drawn away from the sacred machine and toward the dagger sticking out of the control panel. On closer inspection, it turns out to be the lavishly decorated handguard of a sword whose blade has been pried out. Its palm was decorated with a strange adornment resembling an eye covered by a scaled lid. What remains of the blade has a blue sheen to it, the same tint that Conrad's weapon during the mutiny on your void ship. This is no human-made object. It was grown from wraithbone, a material favored by the Eldari. It's a wraithbone, an Eldari material composed of crystallized psychic energy, used in the creation of everything from art pieces to craft worlds. The Eldari are just space elves. An ancient and highly advanced alien race that once dominated the galaxy. As you lean over the shard, you suddenly hear a multitude of voices. They blend together, and individual words are distorted, as though they are mocking your attempts to grasp their meaning. The nagging whisper is like the burning red scratch of an unholy claw upon your mind. So, if you go the heretic route, you can craft this sword throughout the campaign, and I believe it's a force sword. So my heretic campaign, I plan on doing an executioner pyromancer. I think that'll be fun. But anyway, iconoclast this playthrough. I gave it to Heinrich's last time. I think that goes towards a character's trust in you later. But I'm not worried about that this playthrough. Also, didn't know about it last playthrough either. Found out about it later. Anyway, toss the shard into the depths of the reactor. As you touch the handguard, an otherworldly cold envelops your hand. Only for a mere instant, as in the very next second, you send the corrupted weapon flying into the shining abyss. The terrible wail of several dozen voices pierces your mind for a moment, only to turn into a deafening shriek and break off as a clap of electricity is heard somewhere beneath your feet. What was that? Heinrich appears behind you. Did you think it a good idea to throw something into the reactor? I'd refrain from such experiments if I were you. And he's got a good point. Rogue Trader, on behalf of the Holy Ordos, I thank you for your cooperation and release you from requisition. From this moment on, I'm at your service. I'm ready to come aboard your ship and head for Footfall as soon as you deem it possible. That is, if you do not have other business in this system, in which case I'm prepared to assist you in its prompt resolution. Remove Aurora's mask. The iron helmet is firmly attached to the heretic's flesh. Her face is impossible to make out in the darkness behind the bars of her mask. But after peering at it for a little longer than necessary, you wonder if, for a moment, you saw something move. Let us finish cleansing the monastery, Pascal. Executing. Let the Omnicide given motive force flow, and all obstacles in its path be eradicated. Miraculous fusion reactor.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
And the loot to be had. Avenger gauntlets. All attacks of opportunity deal an additional agility bonus damage. And Blasphemous Prism. This is just a trophy that you can give to, say, the Fellowship of the Void or whoever. A glass prism crafted by the cultists of the Final Dawn. It belonged to their leader, Aurora. If you look through it long enough, your vision begins to deceive your mind, showing what could be instead of what is.
Is there money to be made? Let us not dawdle. Oh, it's a peculiar thing.
I felt like there were less enemies than last time I played through there. The hallowed electrodynamic cenobium greets its savior. Alright, you guys are welcome. Tips are not necessary, but they are appreciated.
I always have a backup plan.
Surprised we didn't level up. Maybe it won't let us do the next archetype until after this act. That'd be lame. Requires level 16. Oh, I guess I just haven't reached that level yet. Yeah, we're still a little ways off. Alright. Well, anyway. I'm going to call it here, and next time we'll return to the ship, because I don't remember if there's a cutscene or not. And then we'll head back to Rykhead Minoris and attend our parade, which always goes extremely well. But for now, thanks for watching. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any loot out here. Alright. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.